All right.
Right, we're live. Yes, I'm so excited for this. My name is Erin Beggs, and I work for Sports Management Worldwide as their social media manager. And the other day, we had an anonymous donor give us a call and share with us that they wanted to donate the tuition for the baseball analytics course that starts next week to one lucky person. And so we ran a contest of sorts where we had people write in and share with us who they are and why they believe that the baseball analytics course should be one that they get this scholarship for. But before we get into the drawing, we're going to draw a name out of a hat for the winner. We had 30 people enter their names to win. But before we draw out of the hat, Ari, I want to introduce you. You are the mentor for this course. And if you could share with us who you are and your background for the baseball analytics course and why they should take it from you.
Oh, hey, Aaron, and hey, everyone listening in. Super excited that this opportunity is happening. I've been uh, teaching this course for about a decade, it seems, and first time like this donor opportunity has happened. But yeah, so now is an incredible time to get into sports, to get into baseball, and to do everything data analytics and AI. So within baseball, uh, I started out many, many decades ago. I was one of the first five people having a job in what you might call, analytics. And now one reason it's so exciting is every team has a group of 10, 20, 30, some 40 or more data analysts, data scientists, and now AI specialists. So that's an incredible growth. And then outside of the game itself, you have vendors and going in. So there's like thousands and thousands of opportunities out there. And so this course is an exciting way, to do one of two things. One is to try to get a job, to help you get a job, understand the skills for baseball analytics specifically. And then above and beyond that, the skills that you'll learn or you'll be exposed to is really applicable for like every single industry out there. So one thing is baseball is exploding in a good way in analytics, and then the whole world, every single industry. You've heard uh, data science in the past, but now really 2 years ago, Gen AI hit, and everything, every industry is talking Gen AI, and baseball is still early stage in there, but it's a great opportunity to get in that angle if that's interesting as well. So, Erin, did you want me to? I kind of touched high level on three subjects. I could talk more about myself or about the course.
It's really great. I love it. And if you've the movie Moneyball really brought into light the importance of analytics in baseball, right? So putting different players in positions that they normally wouldn't have played based on their statistics. Everybody thought Billy Bean was insane. And maybe he was a little insane, and maybe that's what we needed. But looking at that, did you see a boom in analytics or the interest in analytics when that movie came out? On
Yeah, it's been a huge boom since Moneyball. It was kind of a tipping point since you had a change in front office people who are more receptive to use data to make practical insights, more actionable, more beneficial to the team. And then, you also have ownership that slowly replaced old ownership and started seeing the benefits. And Moneyball was really a catalyst. Tens of thousands of people. That was like 20 plus years ago. I still get asked to speak. Every conference loves the Moneyball background, but it really inspired now multiple generations of people looking to get into the game. And one other reason it was so popular is it actually worked. The defensive shifting, when we started doing it, saved 80, 90 runs per season. So that's like 5, 10, something like that, wins per year without
Wow.
spending any more money, just using analytics. And since it worked, now people were seeing what's next. And how can we improve our strategy, how can we better identify and draft players, how can we develop players better, predict injuries. All of that ties back to what we talk about in the course and data science for baseball.
Yeah. And one of the coolest videos I have of you, we have it on our up on our social channels and on our YouTube channel, is we are at Globe Life Field, and you were looking at the field and sharing with us how the shape of the field really affects player performance. And I nerded out on that. I thought that was very cool. And if you look at it, baseball is the only sport that the only part of the field that's regulated is the infield. Everything else is subject to, however the stadium fits into the piece of land that they have for the stadium. Can you share a little bit more about that? That was fascinating.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes baseball so beautiful is it like different dimensions of fields, not just the outfield like Fenway with the Green Monster or Wrigley with the Ivy, but wind conditions affect. Do you bring in a pitcher that induces more ground balls or fly balls? So, and then foul territory behind home plate. Oakland no longer going to be playing there, but they had enormous foul territory, whereas others, like at Wrigley, where I led the analytics department for many years, right? There's like no foul territory in the deep outfield. So that changes your strategy, your positioning, when to pinch hit batters, when to bring in relief pitchers. And that's what makes the game a little more chaotic, which makes it more fun and more use of analytics as well.
Yeah, well, it's certainly a beautiful sport. It's my favorite sport. Um, I love baseball. It's glorious. But I did want to talk about a little bit of the subject matter that you will go over. I'll just choose a couple of them. It's an 8-week course. Um, and typically, all of your classes that you do, they're all live, just like every single one of the SMWW courses. They're not pre-recorded. It isn't something that somebody sits down and listens to something that you have said in the past. You're saying it fresh every single time you teach the course. Every single week, it's new, fresh content that you're bringing in, so it's never old. It's not like a computer where you buy it and it's already obsolete. So the content's fresh, and the students have an opportunity to connect with you directly and ask you questions in real time. So it's not like they're pausing the video. Oh, I have a question, I have to email my instructor. They're able to raise their hand and say, hey, I have a question about X, Y, and Z. Can you help clarify that in real time, which I love about these courses. So you talk about things in your weekly classes. So for instance, one of them is statistics overview, common and advanced statistics in week 5. In week 7, you talk about arbitration, forecasting, and defensive metrics. And then in week 1, you start off with a bang, the role of analytics in and the analyst in baseball. And so just really setting the groundwork and talking about will be your role, and this is what you can do with the knowledge that you're taking from this course, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, no, yeah, all great points, and that's one of the things I love, and the students love, is just the interaction. Like every week, look at the news, look at any research that came out. During my day job, I travel all over the world and speak with, and still, consult with different teams and different conferences, and I just pull back anything I learn and share it into the class and have people, give their perspectives. Oftentimes we do have people in the industry, whether players or people working in the front office, and they all contribute to the conversation. But I constantly am updating all the information, since it's not static. The game changes, rules are changing, and also importantly, technology that teams are using keep getting updated. It's like a very fast moving, software space as well.
Yeah. Well, like I said at the beginning of this call, we asked people to submit to us why they feel that they should be awarded the scholarship for one scholarship was given to us by an anonymous donor. And we asked people to write emails into us to share why they feel that they should win this scholarship for your course that starts next week in baseball analytics. And I'd like to read a couple of the dream jobs that came out of some of those emails that came in. We got 30 people who wrote in. So one of them says, my dream job in baseball is to be a data analyst on an MLB team. I would love to be able to provide the data to a team that leads them to a championship, to be part of the game that I love and I'm passionate about, to be able to study data and be a part of baseball would be a dream come true. And the next person said, my dream is to coach within a professional organization and one day make it to the big leagues as a coach. I know that to get there, I need to keep evolving with the game. This baseball analytics course would give me the foundation to better understand and apply data in ways that directly impact player development and game strategy. And then we have another person wrote in and said, my vision is to launch a sharp, analytics-driven sports advisory firm built for today's game, one that mentors overlooked athletes and helps them navigate their path into the next level. This course isn't just a class for me. It's a launch pad to bring that vision to life and become the kind of advocate who creates real opportunities and lasting impact in the sport. And finally, my dream job in baseball is to be an integral part of a data analytics department, Dodger or Orioles,
Nice.
Not only contributing to the strategic insight, but also helping to create more education around the game. So this course of yours, it's 8 weeks. It's such a small amount of time in a human's life, but just in those 4 dreams that came through, what a huge impact you're making. And it's fantastic. So without further ado, I have all of the submissions in this SMWW beanie.
Awesome.
And so I'm going to draw. So just so people know I'm not cheating, see, all of them. Okay. So I'm going to draw a name. Here we go.
Excited.
Tom Neiman.
All right.
So Tom Neiman is the winner of the scholarship. And then we were talking with our management team at Sports Management Worldwide. And this opportunity is really fantastic. And we're super excited for our anonymous donor. But for every person that submitted an email to us requesting to get this scholarship, we're giving you 50% off of the course that starts on June 2nd. So we will be writing you an email. We'll share that to everybody. Thank you all who sent us emails. We truly see the love. Sports is such a catalyst to bring people together. And Ari, you are a big part of that. So thank you so much. And thank you for joining me on this call so last minute. I know we asked you like 8 o'clock last night. So 12, 13 hours later, you're on the call with me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. Is there anything you would like to say? Any last remarks?
So many. Well, first, thanks everyone. Congrats, Tom. And those 4 dreams that you had, I know you couldn't read all of them, but you did a good job of finding 4 different entree points. And from the coaching perspective, we famously had Mike Matheny, who just like in that quote, wanted to improve their understanding from a coaching perspective, where analytics plays a role. And he ended up afterwards getting job with the Kansas City Royals. He had already been a manager, but came back into the game. And we have tons of coaches and player development people that end up getting that role. The first comment on data analytics, that's like the most traditional route. And by the way, the first week we also talk heavily about how to find job openings and network and things like that. And then, also from like the external, getting like a consultancy to help people. We've had people successfully, whether they're one person consultancy or they build up a group. We've seen, dozens and dozens. It's got to be over 40 or so folks that took this course and ended up either in the front office of a team or in that consultancy space. But whatever it is, everyone who's joining on, whatever happens, wishing you all the best pursuing your dreams.
Thank you, Ari. I really appreciate you. And for everybody that submitted an email, check your inbox. We've got 50% off for you coming your way. All right, Ari, have a good weekend. I'll talk to you later.
You too. Take care.
Bye.